Good morning. Recently I was watching some sailing videos on YouTube, and they were out in the open ocean and they were hit with a squall. Boy, the winds were howling and the waves were crashing over the boat. I gotta tell you, I've done that before, to where Marsha and I have been out in the ocean when we've really been hit by a storm. But it made me think back about when we were first learning to sail and some of the really fundamental lessons we needed to learn. We'd only chartered a couple times, and we decided to invite another couple to go with us, sailing down in the Virgin Islands. Scott and Julie were with us, and we got out one morning. We were going to leave Tortola and sail over to St. John's. It was going to be a several-hour sail, and we were out in St. Francis Drake Channel. It was going to be a beautiful anchorage we were headed to that night, and we could hardly wait to get there, to drop the anchor, and to be able to go do some snorkeling. But as we were sailing between the islands, basically out in the middle, between these two, you could see the islands on both coming and going, but now they were a little distant. And we saw a storm start coming up. It just had blown up, and it came so quickly. And suddenly it hit us with a force. The winds were howling. We rolled up the jib. We dropped the main. I started the engine. The waves seemed so big back then. Now they wouldn't seem so big, but boy, they seemed big then. We were so inexperienced and just learning. Man, we held on. All four of us were huddled together in the cockpit. The rain was coming. We were soaked. I was just trying to handle the boat and hang on for the ride. It was about 30 minutes or so before the storm passed. And when it passed, the waves began to grow still, and it calmed quickly. We were kind of going in a strange direction, and I headed towards one of the islands, but something didn't feel right. I started looking at one island, the other island. It's hard to believe, but you can get so totally disoriented. In those moments in the storm, we couldn't see the bow of the boat. You couldn't see anything. And we got totally turned around. It took us a while, with all four of us talking about it, before we finally decided we're going the wrong direction. We were going 180 degrees the other way. We decided to turn the boat around and go the other direction if we were going to get to this island. It took us a while to be sure we were going the right direction. Scott had asked me, "Bob, did you take a heading before the storm?" Truth of the matter was, I didn't. This was so many years ago. It was before GPS, where you could simply plug in your coordinates and where you're going, and it'd tell you where to go. No, you really had to know how to navigate in those days. I had done a simple mistake. I'd not taken a heading. The storm had come, and we had gotten totally lost, turned around, going the wrong direction. That's what happens so often in life. It's why I encourage us each day to stop. To stop in the morning, to take time for prayer, to take the time to get ourselves oriented, to know the heading. Where are you trying to go? Because if we'll take the time to know our heading, when the storm hits, you have the right direction. If you're not careful, it's easy to wind up at the wrong port of call. Go out and have a blessed day.